used to chase every doorway like they were calling my name. Press my face to empty windows, begging them to change. Tried to laugh in crowded corners, talk too loud to fill the space. Learn the language of pretending, still felt out of place. But the city got softer when I stopped trying to fit. All the broken neon halos started making sense of it. Now the alleys feel honest, every crack, every stain. This town feels like a stranger finally telling me its real name. Walk past bars I used to stagger through, ghost of me at every stool, smiling hard, chasing approval, like a child playing cool. Now I walk home in the quiet, let the fog erase my face. I don't need a chair reserved here to know I found my place. 'Cause the city got softer when I stopped trying to fit. All the broken neon halos started making sense of it. Now the alleys feel honest, every crack, every stain. This town feels like a stranger finally telling me his real name. I don't dress up for the windows, I don't beg the night to stay. I just listen to the footsteps fade in their own way. The city got softer when I laid my armor down. Every empty, echoing station sounds like someone else's town. Now the darkness feels gentle in this crooked, quiet frame. This place holds me like an answer when I stop asking for my name. I used to chase every doorway, then to chase every door. I used to chase every doorway, I used to chase every doorway. I used to chase. I used to chase every doorway. Yes. I used to chase every doorway. Chase every doorway. I used to chase every doorway. I used to chase every doorway. Used to chase. I used to chase every doorway. They chase every doorway. I used to chase every doorway. I used to chase every door. I used to chase every doorway. I used to chase every doorway. I used to chase every doorway. Glass clean, eyes set on some song on the jukebox you don't quite know, not loud enough to help you. You see that stool way down here at the far end? That used to be the place they left you, like a coat nobody wanted. Back then, every empty chair hurt, every door that didn't open felt like judgment. I used to talk to the mirror in my dream, ask what was wrong with me, watch the bubbles rise and vanish like they knew something I didn't. Lonely used to sound like sirens, like something was broken in me. Now it's just traffic in the distance, rolling on, rolling on. Lonely used to feel like drowning, one head in a crowded sea. Then I learned the quiet in my own name could be freedom, could be free. Funny thing is, nothing big changed. Same neon over the tap, same bartender, older eyes, voice I listened to. Stopped begging for an invitation, started asking what I wanted. I walked myself home on slow, hands in my pockets, no hurry, no witness, no plan. And the sky didn't fall, the night didn't swallow me, it just made room like it had been waiting. Lonely used to sound like siren, like something was broken in me. Now it's just traffic in the distance, rolling on, rolling on. Lonely used to feel like drowning, one head in a crowded sea. Then I learned the quiet in my own name could be freedom, could be free. People say, don't you get tired of going home alone? I just smile into my glass because they don't know how soft the door clicks when you close it for yourself and nobody's missing. They don't know the peace of one plate, one pillow, one steady breathing. Only used to sound like sirens, like something was broken in me. Now it's just traffic in the distance, rolling on, rolling on. Lonely used to feel like drowning, one head in a crowded sea. Now the quiet calling out my name. That's my freedom, that's my freedom. So if you ever end up down here at the far end, scared of the space around you, sit a while, listen close to the hum under everything. Might be the sound of you coming back to yourself. One glass, one goes, elbow on the sticky wood, watching the ice melt slow. They say the room is empty, but I can hear last year breathing in the crack of every bar stool and the sigh of the ceiling fan. Some nights silence feels heavier than words, hangs in the air like smoke that never learned to rise. I taste every thought I never said on the rim of this glass, and it burns heavier than words. The jukebox died at midnight, even the neon blinked out. Tired bartenders counting bottles, I'm counting reasons I stay quiet. Every lie I didn't tell, every truth I didn't either. stacked up in my throat like chairs on empty tables. Some nights silence feels heavier than words, hangs in the air like smoke that never learned to rise. I taste every thought I never said on the rim of this glass, and it burns heavier than words. Funny thing about the dark, it doesn't hide much. It just turns up the volume on the voice in your own head. So I swirl this old regret, watch it circle, 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 and I drink to every sentence I was too afraid to finish. Some nights silence feels heavier than words, hangs in the air like smoke that never learned to rise. I taste every thought I never said on the rim of this glass, and it burns heavier than words.
Long and lonely, he swirls the last inch in the glass, lets the ice clink once, smiles at nobody, and stands up slow. Bar stool sighs as he leaves it turning, coat on, collar up. Bartender lifts two fingers in a question. He just shakes his head. Dog groans like it knows his name. Neon buzz paints his hands dull red. He pushes out into the nowhere. Quiet hits him like a wave. Last call in a quiet town. He walks out. Footsteps soft on a sleeping ground. He fades down. He fades down. Streets a long wet sheet of black, puddles holding pieces of the sky. He lights a smoke with shaking matches, cups it from the lazy wind. One window on the corner, blue glow, someone wide awake. He looks up like he might remember, then keeps his eyes on his own breath. His shadow climbs a shuttered shop, long, then short, then gone. Every doorway like a question he's too tired to answer. Last call in a quiet town, he walks out, he walks out. Footsteps soft on a sleeping ground, he fades down, he fades down. Passes that church with a broken bell, mouths a name on a cracked stone wall. There was a time he'd turn right, head home. Tonight it doesn't turn at all. No sirens, no voices, just his keys loose in his palm. A car hums by, never sees him, just two strangers sharing dark. Last call in a quiet town, he walks out, he walks out. Footsteps soft on a sleeping ground, he fades down, he fades down. Stopping. By the time the streetlight blinks again, he's just a story on the wind, a coat of smoke, a name forgotten, folded into the quiet night.
Listen to that room breathing out. One chair scraping back, then silence. Last call came like a tired old joke. Bartender wiped the wood down to the bone. All these empty stools remember more than I do. Names I never kept, faces I drank through. I watched this last glass of whiskey glow, little sun in a sea of smoke. Every road I chose alone. Every yes was a kind of goodbye. I sip and the years run dry. In this last glass of whiskey, under neon light, clocks quit halfway through a love song. Guess even the machine got tired of lying. Outside, street stays wet from a rain that left hours ago, like someone who swore they'd only stay a moment. I watched this last glass of whiskey glow, little sun in a sea of smoke. Every road I chose alone. Every yes was a kind of goodbye. I sip and the years run dry. In this last glass of whiskey, under neon light, there was a fork in the road years back, miles gone. One turn towards someone, one turn towards gone. I took the quiet gravel, the one with no porch light. Told myself I like the distance. Now distance is all I've got tonight. I watched this last glass of whiskey glow, little sun in a sea of smoke. Every road I chose alone. Every yes was a kind of goodbye. I sip and the years run dry. In this last glass of whiskey, under neon light. So I raise it to the lives I didn't live. Then I kill the flame and let the dark forgive.
Glass sweats in my hand, red ring on a napkin, like a scar that'll learn to stay on the table. Long nights have a way of finding you, even when you swear you took the long way home. Old mistakes, walking, wearing your jacket, smell like cheap perfume, call you by your first regret. But I'll raise this tired little toast to every wrong turn that still led somewhere, to every cracked mirror I had to face, to the quiet dignity of moving forward anyway, step by stubborn step, heart still chipped, but checking in. I've left doors half closed and people half healed, names I can't say out loud echo under my tongue. I've lied to my own reflection,
Promised I'd change by Monday. Watch the calendar shrug and keep turning pages. So I raise this tired little toast to every wrong turn that still led somewhere, to every cracked mirror I had to face, to the quiet dignity of moving forward anyway, step by stubborn step, heart still chipped, but checking in. There's a certain grace in folding the letter you'll never send and sleeping anyway. A soft kind of courage in washing the same old coffee cup, setting it down on a different side of the sink. Tonight I raise this quiet toast to every road I swore I'd never take again, to every voice that said I'd never change, to the quiet dignity of moving forward anyway, step by stubborn step, heart still chipped, but showing up. Glass sweats in my hand. I leave the ring on the table, pay my tab, and walk into tomorrow.
Thunder rolls far off, house light humming soft, rain taps Morse code on the glass. You pour that quiet like a drink, set it down, then you ask. You say, do these lines ever fade? Or do they haunt you when it rains? I trace a crooked map on my arm, say, these are roads I had to take. Scars turn to weather if you give them time. First they sting like lightning and they just draw the sky. Every mark you carry learns to loosen its tether. Hurt was once a storm, now the storm just weather. I remember breaking in my own hands, holding on too hard what was gone. Now each jagged pale little river flows where the anger used to run. Scars turn to weather if you give them time. First they sting like lightning and they just draw the sky. Every mark you carry learns to loosen its tether. Hurt was once a storm, now the storm just weathered. You ask if I would change it, erase a chapter, clean the slate,
Scars turn to weather, let the night roll by. Rain can't read your story, it just blurs the lines. Every mark you carry holds a lesson in the leather. Hurt was once a storm, now the storm's just weather. So when the sky pulls at your shadows and the old age starts to rise, just breathe, count slow with the thunder, till your past turns into sky.
Streets gone quiet, coffee's gone cold. His name's the only one left on the check. Used to chase the shadows down every after-hours bar. Bourbon bread, bad decisions, calling that ruined my heart. Thought the night was a promise, if I just stayed out late enough. Every stranger's tired smile looked a little like love. But the room got loud and my thoughts got mean. Every touch too crowded, every word obscene. I was begging for a harbor in a hurricane of faces. Didn't know that peace was hiding in the quiet places. I remember blue dresses, smoke curling over a lap, names I never bothered learning, just rushing the aftermath, running from my own echo into any open arms, trading last names for last call, pretending that was calm. But the room got loud and my thoughts got me. Every touch too crowded, every word obscene. I was begging for a harbor in a hurricane of faces. Didn't know that peace was hiding in the quiet places. Now the chair across is empty and the silence knows my fate. Kettle sighs in the kitchen like it's filling up the space. I pour one cup, take one breath, hear my own name, sit under my breath. 'Cause the room is small and the noise is gone. Every scar sits softer in the early dawn. I was begging for a harbor in a hurricane of faces. Turns out I was the shoreline.
my own quiet places. These days I walk home slowly, streetlights spelling out my age. I don't chase love down the alley, I let it meet me on an empty page.
Distant traffic, heard the rain before I heard my own breath. Little room, bad ball, 2 cups, one still warm. It strings under my thumb, half remembered tune. Her coat on the chair back, like she'd only stepped out. Midnight leaning on the glass, blue signs buzzing down the block, water crawling off the letters, turning colors into smoke. She said, tell me something true. I laughed. Bought myself a second, instead of holding to her coffee. Watch the steam choose where to go. Some stories are meant to end in silence, not with thunder, not with some grand line. Just a door and the soft rain swallowing footsteps. Some endings you don't write down, you just let them die. I could have told her the brave thing about changing, about staying. Could have painted us a future bright enough to blind the cracks. But my throat knew better than my mouth, words heavy as wet matches. You keep striking till your fingers burn, and still the dark stays dark. Some stories are meant to end in silence, not with shouting, not with one last try, just to keep turning slow in a worn out love. Some endings you don't say out loud, you just watch them slide by.
neon, red, then green, then gone. Her shadow folding into traffic like it never belonged here at all. I stayed sitting, talking to an empty chair, mouth full of unsent sentences. Hard finally telling the truth. Some stories are meant to end in silence, not in music, not in pleading eyes. Just two ghosts on opposite sides of a thin glass night. Some endings you don't try to fix, you just let them lie. Rain keeps riding on the window. I let it have the final word. Turn the light off, leave the last page blank. Glass is settling, distant chairs scrape. He wipes the counter. Slow circles in the half-dark, says another night. Like it's a password. Neon sign flickers and gives up, finally just me. A bowl of stale peanuts, one last ring in the sink. He stacks the stools upside down, skeletons, says clock's been broken for years, taps his wrist. Still tells the same bad news. There's a strange kind of comfort in being the last one here. Too quiet to pretend, too empty to perform. Whole world out there forgetting. And it feels like a warning coat slip my name from their mouths. Let it fall behind the bar. I tell her I used to rush home to someone. She kept the porch light bright. Now the bulb is dust, the key sticks in a door I don't open. He laughs through his nose, says, yeah, people think they wanna be seen. Shuts off the jukebox till the staring starts to stain. He pockets the tips, crumpled, grateful ghost, pours me a mercy inch of something warm, amber, honest. Sets it down like a secret. There's a strange kind of comfort in being the last one here. No birthday candles, no waiting calls,
just the ice melting slow. If they lost my number years ago, maybe they did me a favor. Let the world misplace my face. I'll sit with what's left of me. He leans on the tap, says, you know the best thing about closing time doesn't wait for an answer. It forgives the whole day, every tab, every story, even the names no one remembered to ask. He flips one switch, then another. Shadows climbing the bottles like ivy. There's a strange kind of comfort in being the last one here. When the chairs are upside down and the mop water's gone gray, outcast the fogged up windows, I'm just another shadow drifting. But in this little pool of failing light, I'm finally too small to hurt. He walks me to the locked door, says, get home safe, stranger. And I step into the blank, cool air. Street forgets me in a heartbeat, and for once I let it, and walk on lighter than my name.
Folded your sweater, left it on the chair. Coffee gone cold, dust in the air. Keys on the counter, no by the sink. Your name on the paper, and nothing in ink. Walking away was winning. Didn't feel like that back then. Every step felt like breaking, every mile losing a friend. But I finally stopped pretending that hurt could turn to grace. Walking away was winning, when staying meant losing my face. You loved every promise more than you loved me. Held them like trophies, hung them where I'd see.
Love's not a hostage tied to your fear. I opened the front door and left it all here. Walking away was winning. Didn't feel like that back then. Every step felt like breaking, every mile losing a friend. But I finally stopped pretending that hurt could turn to grace. Walking away was winning when staying meant losing my face. I used to call it failure, now I call it breath. Choosing a smaller sorrow over a slower death. Walking away was winning, though it tore right through my chest. Every goodbye was a sunrise hiding in the west. I laid down all that begging for a quiet, empty space. Walking away was winning. I walked back into my own name, my own place. I loved you, just not enough to keep on losing myself for your touch.
Thunder low in the distance, clock hands crawling, coffee gone cold, storm on the window, same as my soul. Taught to rush, taught to chase, burn through chances like a bad race. Every slam door echoed my name. I kept on knocking, kept feeding the flame. Now I wait like thunder, hanging in the air, slow and heavy, taking time to care. Every dark cloud took a toll, took its share. Patience came bleeding out in a prayer. I learned to sit in the storm, till the storm learned I was there. His bag, leave my porch light flicker sad. Every right now turned to too late, till I stopped begging at the gate. Now I wait like like thunder hanging in the air, slow and heavy, taking time to care. Every dark cloud took a toll, took its share. Patience came bleeding out in a prayer. I learned to sit in the storm, till the storm learned I was there. Takes years to learn what a second can break. Takes nights like this to feel the weight. You don't tame the weather, you just stand your ground. Let the rain write your name in the ground. Oh, now I wait like thunder hanging in the air, slow and heavy, breathing through the scare. Every dark cloud took a toll, took its share. Patience came bleeding, stripped to the bed. I learned to sit in the storm, till the storm learned I was there. Thunder rolling away, clock hands crawling, world still spins. I pour one last cup and I lean in.